Welcome to Phase 2 Strength Training. Today, as it was in Phase 1, we'll focus on building your overall strength through different portions of the body, including your legs, calves, and arms. Each one of these, it'll be important that you're doing the moves as much strength as possible. Focus strictly on your form. Don't worry about the number of reps, those will come, but really focus on your form. So here in just a few seconds, we're going to get started. We're going to be moving into standing Heisman, knee to elbow. And let's get started. In this exercise, you should be contracting your core. You should feel a little bit of movement, a little bit of pushback on your obliques and your abs. May begin to burn at the end. Remember, this is just a warm-up, so focus strictly on form. And let's bounce. We'll bounce for a few seconds, and then we're going to move into our mummy kicks. Now with mummy kicks, you want to keep in mind, we're going to be keeping those arms straight as possible. Here we go, let's start the mummy kicks. You're going to primarily bounce on your toes in this movement. And again, the focus is to keep both of your arms above your shoulders at all times. Keep pushing through, but don't worry about speed. Just remember, this is a warm-up. You want to get the arms, shoulders, and legs warmed up. Let's bounce. You're going to bounce side to side for a few seconds, and then we're going to move into a simple run in place. Remember, let's go ahead and get started with the run in place. Remember with run in place that your toes want to leave the ground. You want to make sure every chance you get your feet off the ground. And let's rest by bouncing back and forth. The last piece of the warm-up is going to be leg kicks. So you're just going to take advantage of the bouncing motion now to keep those legs warm. Then we'll move directly into leg kicks. Let's go ahead and start them. Keep in mind, you want to keep your legs as straight as possible, and you want to touch the opposite hand to the toe. This type of a dynamic warm-up will really get your hamstrings loose, which you're going to need for this strength exercise. And let's bounce it out for about 15 seconds. And rest. Make sure to take advantage of the time that you have here. Grab some water, stretch out here and there, but make sure that you get stretched out. As you can see here, I'm stretching my chest out because we're going to be using a lot of chest movements. Place your hand flat against the wall. Really stretch out the chest. You should feel it right there in that section. And do whatever stretches you feel comfortable with right now. Body should be pretty warm. So we're going to move into a standard push-up as your first exercise today, as soon as we get done with this 1 minute rest. All right, let's get into that push-up position. And this is just going to be a standard push-up. I want to keep that back straight. Make sure you should feel it in the chest. You should feel it in your upper chest, your lower chest. Keep that back straight. Make sure to squeeze the core along with it. That's what's going to help you keep that strict form. Remember, your modification is available, so if you need to put your knees on the ground, do that. But really keep pushing. Your other modification is that upside down V shape that we do, if you feel strong enough to stay on your arms. Now we're going to roll over onto our back. We're going to start our leg raises. Remember to keep your legs straight as they come down. Keep them as straight as possible while you come up. This exercise you should feel primarily in the lower abs. Keep pushing. Your rest will be putting your feet on the ground flat ahead of you for a moment and then getting right back into the leg raise. And let's finish. Now we're going to move into the side lunge. As you can see here, I'm in almost a praying position with my hands. You want to make sure to keep the leg that you're leaning off of completely straight. Bend into that side lunge. And let's switch legs. Move to the other side. Same motion. Next up, we're going to have our Supermans. So go ahead and lay down flat on the ground, hands above your head, and you're going to lifting your legs up and your hands up. Primary motion here, you're going to work what's called the negative. So you want to come down slowly every time. Pushing, get a few more reps in. And let's rest it out. Now you get a full minute's rest here, so again, make sure to drink some water, stretch out whatever feels tight, and get ready for the next round. here, I'm just stretching out the chest again. Really great to get that chest stretched out, get it opened wide, so whenever you do start doing those push-ups again, you feel a little bit better and your muscles get worked just that much more. Let's get ready. And let's go with the push-ups. Now if you notice there, I gave you the modification down on the knees, legs crossed behind you, and bending over. If you can get into the full push-up position, make sure you do it, but really keep focus on form. Again, here's going to be your modification so that you can keep that back straight. Make sure you cross your legs in the back. Child's pose as shown here. It's a good rest, but you do it quickly and get right back into it. And let's move into our leg raises. Remember with the leg raise, hands under your butt. Make sure when your legs are fully extended, they're directly straight, and you want to keep them as straight as possible coming up. Keep cranking, get a few more reps out. We're almost done with leg raises, and then we'll move into our side lunges. And let's move into those side lunges. Again, praying position with the hands. You're going to lean all the way out as far as possible. Bend the opposite leg. Make sure the other one stays completely straight. Now let's switch legs. And let's move into our Superman position. Remember with these, you want to work the negatives. So as you're coming down, you want to come down as slowly as possible. Keep cranking. We've only got a little bit longer with the Supermans, but again, don't compromise form. Make sure you come down as slowly as possible. And let's rest it out. Take advantage of your rest here. Make sure to grab some water. And we're going to be moving into our next round of exercises. First up, we're going to have moving push-ups. this will be is you'll be moving side to side from a push-up position. A few more seconds, so just get ready. And let's go ahead and get into that push-up position. And you're going to move side to side here. Push up, then side to side, then push up, then side to side again, and push up. You do that until you run out of room, and then move right back over. This is a pretty difficult range of motion, so make sure to take rest when you need to and get right back into it. Now your modification is going to be shown here. Knees behind, crossed, and move over, then move your knees over. Staying on the knees, you're going to do the push-up. This is your modification for this exercise. But you're still moving over, side to side, and you're still performing a push-up every time you move over. And let's go ahead and move into our next exercise. These are going to be V push-ups. I'll show you a couple of different modifications here. These V crunches, you'll be trying to balance on your butt as you pull your knee back. You might find that hard to do, so when you do, just grab under your legs. You can do a crunch this way, but staying in that V position, or you can put your hands behind you, just pull your knees closer. Those are your modifications for this particular exercise. You may find it hard to balance as well. If you do, just grab under the knees, pull yourself back up, grab your balance, get right back to these V crunches. And let's move right along into your lunges here. These are going to be a standard standing lunges. You're standing in one place. Again, notice here I do not put the knee in front of the toes, and the back knee is at a 90-degree angle. Also, make sure you keep your back completely straight as you're doing this exercise. And here we're going to move into our V push-ups. So what these are going to look like is you're going to have your elbows pointed out. You're going to make an upside down V position here, putting that head to the ground. Here's your modification. On the knees, but again, want to push those elbows outward so that we're hitting the tricep. If you feel good again, go ahead and get back into that upside down V position, standing up. Get right back to it. Remember, throughout all these exercises, it's not about speed, it's about performing the exercise correctly. Make sure you're getting a good burn. And let's go ahead and take a rest. Grab some water. Get ready for the next round. All right, get yourself ready. And let's move into those moving push-ups. Remember, proper form is so important. Make sure you do it the right way. And if you can't, move right into the modification. Take breaks when needed, but make sure you're doing these the proper way and getting a good burn. And next up, we've got our V crunches. Go ahead and get in that V crunch position. Balance the best you can. Whenever you start falling off balance, again, make sure to just put your hands underneath your knees or put your hands behind you as a modification. Make sure you keep performing that V type of setup, that V crunch with every motion. Alright, and now let's go ahead and move into our standing lunges. Remember, keep that back straight. Keep your knee behind the toe. Keep pushing. There's only a few more seconds left of this exercise. Make sure you push through and give it all you got right here. And let's move into our V push-ups. Again, really utilizing the triceps here. You want to bend those elbows completely outward with every single rep. Take your rest when needed, and then get right back into the proper form. Really push out as many reps as possible. Again, here's your modification. Just keep cranking them out. Keep going, guys. Just a few more seconds. And let's rest. Get a drink of water and stretch out whatever you might need. We've got one more round left. One more round of exercises left, and we will be finished with today's strength workout. So again, remember, this is not so much about cardio as much as it is about doing the proper form. So the next round, really refocus on that. Now let's get ourselves ready. We're going to move into a wall sit. You're just going to sit at a parallel angle with your legs out. Alright, stand up for a moment. Take a few seconds off and then we're going to get right back into the wall sit. And back into the sit. And let's rest for a moment. We're going to go right into our standard crunch. So here, put your hands behind your head or to the side, or you can put them on your chest as I'm doing now. This is just a standard setup. You want to go all the way up. Keep looking up as you come up. That'll help your back from arching over. All right, let's move over to our plank position. You're gonna roll over, get your butt down nice and low. Make sure your back is straight. You're gonna hold this for 1 minute. This can be a pretty difficult exercise to perform, so just make sure to take breaks when needed. Put your knees down, hold for a second, and then get right back into the plank position. Don't want to rest too long on this one. All right. If you're sliding like I am, make sure to have a towel handy. You won't be slipping around. Now we're going to move into a side oblique hold. This is really similar to a plank where you're going to get on your elbow. And you're just going to hold yourself stiff above the ground with one foot on top of the other. We're going to switch sides. And you're going to hold the same exact way. And let's take a break. We're going to take a 1 minute break here, and then we're going to repeat the same exercises. Sure to get a drink of water, stretch out anything you might need. Get yourself mentally prepared. We're going into our last round, so you want to make sure to give it everything you got in this last round. Hold a little bit longer, work a little bit harder. First move we're going to go into is going to be our wall sits. Let's go ahead and get started. Notice the angle I'm holding is a 90-degree angle. It's just like I'm sitting in a chair. And let's take a quick break. We're going to go right back into those wall sits. And let's go back into them. Hold it. I know your legs are burning right now. That's okay. Just hold it. And get up. Let's move into our plank position. So you notice I grabbed a towel here so I wouldn't be sliding around this time. I want to make sure to keep butt nice and low. Keep holding it.
I don't know what time we're at though.
Take a break when needed, but just hold on as long as possible. Try to squeeze out a few more seconds than last time.
Alright, 10 seconds left. And side obliques.
Alright. Now we're going to move into our sit-ups. Standard sit-ups. Again, remember to look up as you come up. That'll help you keep your back from rounding. Remember on this exercise also to breathe out as you come up. That'll help you perform the exercise more efficiently.
30 seconds in. Oh, look. Good. Just when you come up, try to keep your head straight up. You know what I mean? Try not to arch your, yeah, like that. There you go. You're not arching your back. There you go, like that. 10 seconds left, man.
And let's move into our side planks. I recommend starting on the opposite side as you started last time. You're just going to have that elbow sitting directly under the shoulder and hold it.
And 3, 2,
Keep holding.
1, switch.
And let's swap sides. Last exercise of the workout today. Make sure you push through. Hold it as long as you can. I think you can get the whole 30 seconds. Just make sure you focus, you breathe, and you push yourself just a little bit harder than you did last round.
Three, 2, 1, go.
And great job, everybody. You're finished with phase 2 strength training.
Okay, and I'm gonna stop it right